yeah, yeah. Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country, we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique together. I want to welcome you to the Hub. Again, another opportunity that you and I have to talk using social media and radio to connect. I want to start off by encouraging those on Facebook and YouTube as usual. Please share the live. Sharing is caring. This morning we had a very good interview with young Shonda Kado. She and her colleague, they're doing an excellent job in helping Grenada, in helping their homeland. In other words, they're not sitting idly by and just complain like the NNP is doing. They are doing because they are doers. They have mobilized medical supplies, and it's a continuous drive. They are doing so starting in Gove. So tomorrow they will sign a formal agreement with an organization out there in the United States. Right? So we will get continuously supplies coming in to our medical stations or polyclinics. But they are not staying in the United States or in Canada or in Europe or here in Grenada and just complain or talk about all the bad things that are happening in the country or the situation, because there are people like that. All they can see is the problem or problems. All they can see are the faults, nothing more. They don't even have within them how to solve the problem, how to fix the problem, how to make the thing work. So you hire them to do this, and that's all they will do. If anything pops up, they would have to call somebody else to do it. And that is what we have as opposition in Grenada. They're just there to complain. Their supporters, their pundits, their surrogates, they're doing the same thing. They will not find solutions to our problems. And a case in point, they complain about the school feeding program. They said some schools didn't get all their supplies. They said some schools were still charging students the $1 or the $3. and that the ministry should have sent a correspondent to the principals to inform them. Okay, they complain about that. Well, the problem have been solved, right? So they solved the problem. But instead of now taking the initiative to help one or two schools mobilize resources, fresh fruits and vegetables and so on, so that whatever they prepare will be healthy for our kids and grandkids, they're not doing that. They move on from that. They complain, they grind, they groan, and they believe that they did something out of this world. And as a result, they drop it there and they move to something else. That is how they function. They don't have solutions. And even after the solutions are found, they will not innovate because they don't have creativity and ingenuity within them. You see? All they can do is complain, complain, complain. It would have been so nice to see the NNP, their supporters, mobilizing fresh fruits and vegetables and ground provisions and so on within the vicinity of the school. So let's say they decided to work with 10 schools. You have plenty more than that, primary, secondary. But let's say they decided, well, we're going to work with 10 schools. We will use our supporters, find out what they have, and we will go beyond that to ask the community to help. Because this is not about NNP or NDC. Yes, it's an initiative that they will be driving. And I would love to come on this program and applaud them for doing something. For the last 20 months, all the NNP did is complain, complain, complain. In some cases, they were bawling, grinding, and groaning publicly. I am urging the NNP, you need to become a responsible opposition. And as we move forward, I will be providing the phone numbers of the offices for those members of parliament on the NNP side, the opposition side. I will provide you with the phone numbers for the offices and the location of the offices, so you can go to them when you are in need, because they are given, just like any other MP, $10,000 constituency allowance. They're given, like any other MP, $5,000 per month. So that's $15,000. $10,000 for constituency allowance and $5,000 as a salary. So you no longer have to leave one constituency and go to another one to beg a minister of government or some MP. On the government side, you can actually go to the MP in your constituency who won their seat, but just didn't form the government. It's 4 of them: Peter David, Kate Lewis Peters, Keith Mitchell, and Clarice Modest. 4 of them. So I would provide you with their information so you can go to them, because taxpayers' money is going to them to take care of the constituency. And that is how mature the NDC has operated as a government. If it was the NNP, no way would they give those on the other side the same money like them. That would have never ever happened. No way would that happen. You hear me? So I'm saying to you, the NDC is mature and they're looking at institution building. And that's really good. Institution, building institution. So whoever comes in the future, yes, they can increase it, but they cannot cut it or reduce it. They can increase it. So all the members of parliament, they're getting $5,000 per month. All the members of parliament, they're getting $10,000, and that's those who are elected. $10,000 constituency allowance. So I will be providing the phone numbers for the 4 MPs on the NNP side or the opposition side, so you can go to them when you need help, when you need assistance. They should not be getting the money and banking it. They should not be getting the money and not doing things within the constituency. Right, so somebody told me I forgot one person. So you have Emlyn Pay. Right, I forgot Emlyn Pay. So Emlyn Pay, Kate Skeeter, Lewis Peters or something like that, Keith Mitchell, Peter David, and Clarice Modest. So 5 of them. 5 of them. So I will provide you with information, maybe sometime during the week, where the offices are located, the phone numbers, and if I can't get the landline, I'm providing you with a cell phone number. People could say what they want. I'm providing you because they have to have a landline or a line that you can call the office. If you can't get them there, I will provide you with the cell phone because I know all of them number, every one of them. I will provide you with that number so you can reach them because they need to be reachable. You hear me? Because they get in taxpayers' money and they have to use it in the constituency. Because one wonders, how is it that they were able to do X and do Y? And people used to say, man, they could go in the office and get a gas, go in the office and get a little money to help pay the electricity bill or the water bill when they were in government. But now they're in opposition and they handicap. Not even handicap, they cripple. They can't do anything or they don't want to do anything. It's amazing. And then people are asking, but you only need the public purse to do things? That's the only time you could do things? Only when you're in government? Not an initiative the NNP pioneered or started in this country, while in opposition, So they're not responsible. They're not one thing, Look, you have this young lady, she and Miss Jeremiah, 2 of them. Shonda, Miss Kado, and Miss Jeremiah. They decided to mobilize the resources, formalize the relationship with the donors to make sure that supplies come to our medical stations and polyclinics. Right? And look, this is a big thing. If you don't understand the cost of medication, the cost of supplies, because the NNP only recently, they were on the Plead Your Cause program, some of those pundits, saying, well, you don't medication, you don't this, you don't that. Because they believe that these things come freely. I am saying, here you have Grenadians, young Grenadians, who want to see Grenada transformed, who want to see Grenada, become a better place and where our people are taken care of. And they are not sitting on the sidelines and complain and say, oh, the situation bad, and the hospital this, and the clinic this, and the nurse on them this, and the that one this. No, they're not saying that. They say, look, we understand the shortcomings, we understand the gaps, and we are willing to help, to change it, right? And that is remarkable, remarkable, if you ask me, in every sense of the way. I want to, who is that person? Uh, Hello? Yeah, I am fine, thanks. Yeah, but you're right now you're listening to me on the radio and you're speaking to me on the phone. So there is no way I can have a conversation with you. Gaps, and we are willing, right? To help. What 1 minute. Right? So you see we got disconnected there. Right, so someone called and I was trying to entertain the person. So you see you have to disconnect or lower the volume on your radio, right? And then have a phone conversation with me. Have a dialogue with me. Phone conversation. Great. So I am saying again, this is how important this thing is. You have Grenadians doing things. You have Grenadians helping their brothers and sisters. They understand how important this thing is, you know. Those folks out there. Only recently I saw some data, almost $1 billion, right? Almost $1 billion was sent home by folks in the diaspora. Almost $1 billion for a period of time, right? So you have 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, you know, almost $1 billion. So our brothers and sisters are sending stuff home. They're doing stuff to help our people. But I'm saying it is a wake-up call for the opposition party in the country. You cannot tell me because you're not in power, you're not taking no initiative, you're not doing nothing to help your fellow men and women, your supporters, your constituents, the people within the country. Not one initiative, not even your youth arm, not even your women's arm, not even the party itself. They're not taking no initiative at all, but they want to come back into power to govern. Because the only time they believe they could do something or give somebody something or help somebody is by them being in power. In fact, I heard one or two of them saying, well, we are not to give you. You know, when they see the amount of people and who coming to them and they tell them they're not in power, they are not to give them. So only when they were in power, they could give them something. So where they were getting the money from then? Right? Then, where they were getting the money from? It's amazing. But I want to say to you, there's a gentleman in Boston. I got to know him. His name is Fitzroy Alexander. He has one of the bigger bakeries in Boston, and he controls the East Coast, and he supplies bread to Canada and just name it. He's a Grenadian, a born and bred Grenadian from Grenville, and he's doing remarkable things out there in Boston, in the United States. But if you don't know, he has adopted the prison to teach them how to make the bread right with, supplying them with equipment and other things like that. And he has been doing a number of other charity work in quite a number of areas here. I don't like to talk about them, but he was interviewed by one of the bigger news outfits in Boston. And I want to bring that for you tonight because we have Grenadians making it big out there and helping their homeland.
I make bread.
You smile when you say that. How come?
Because I love doing it.
Sit down for a few minutes with Fitzroy Alexander, and you'll quickly realize this is a guy you'd love to break bread with. Literally.
I wish we had smell-o-vision because it smells so good.
Fitzroy is president of Traditional Breads in Lynn.
How many different products can you have going at one time?
I can make 5 different products at any given time.
Wow.
Since 2005, his company has been baking dinner rolls, French loaves, ciabatta, bread bowls, and sandwich breads for all kinds of restaurant chains, supermarkets, and large end distribution.
We do at least 6.5 million of these things we do every day.
If you think that's mind-boggling, it doesn't compare to Fitzroy's remarkable personal backstory.
Is that you?
That's me.
Before ever becoming a successful baker, the boy who grew up on the island nation of Grenada first arrived in the U.S. at age 15. It was on a soccer scholarship to a private school in Pennsylvania. Years later, he would find himself living and working for a commune in Cambridge, where they would make bread from recipes found in a Julia Child cookbook. By 1982, working as a dishwasher in a Woburn bakery, he found himself traveling to Europe to learn the true art of baking bread. When he returned, he helped build that bakery into a huge success that would eventually be bought by a national baking chain. His cut of the proverbial pie?
They gave me nothing. I got zero out of, I think what back then was like $15 million we sold this thing for. But it was okay.
Undeterred and with his constant positive outlook on life, Fitzroy never gave up on his dream. He would find investors and set off to build his own bakery business, leading to what you see here today.
When opportunity meets readiness, you breed success. So the blessing in my life, I was in the right place at the right time. I was ready.
With sales now rising to nearly $13 million annually, Fitzroy's philosophy on life and success is simple.
Everybody has a hobby, right? Most people, they pay for their hobby. I'm living my hobby. So it's not so much work for me, you know? It's just like I'm having fun every damn day I wake up, you know?
Isn't that the way to live, right? Not only has Fitzroy built a successful business, he's also a big part of the revitalization in that section of Lynn. His bakery is housed in what once was an old abandoned plastics factory, and he also employs close to 200 workers, many of whom within walking distance of that bakery. He just lights up the room.
Yes.
I mean, he's Mr. Positive, and you know, that's his outlook on life. Everybody there loves the boss. High fiving, fist bumping.
yeah.
It's great. It's great.
The positivity just jumps out of the TV screen, seriously.
Yes, indeed. The positivity just jumps out of the TV screen. I had the opportunity to be at that particular bakery, right, with Fitzroy, and we had a lot of bread, right? We enjoyed breaking bread together and eating and laughing. The Honorable Lennox Andrews, he was there too. We had a wonderful time. We had a wonderful, wonderful time at Fitzroy's Bakery. And he's a Grenadian, doing well out there. In fact, he traveled from Boston to come to attend my event on, well, the one that gone February the 9th. All right. And then he left the next day. That was the 10th. He's a very good friend and brother. And I love his determination. He's doing well. And he don't boast and brag and, you know, he doesn't do that. But he's doing well as a Grenadian out there. But I'll play it again because I want to motivate you, to say to you that we have Grenadian brothers and sisters who love Grenada, who giving back to Grenada, and who doing well out there in the diaspora. This morning I showcased Shonda. She spoke about what she and her colleague is doing for the healthcare system in Grenada. Tonight, Fitzroy, I'm showcasing him. He was featured on that major TV network in Boston. And I really love that because he's a genuine person giving back to his homeland in many, many different ways.
I make bread
You smile when you say that. How
because
come?
I love doing it.
Sit down for a few minutes with Fitzroy Alexander, and you'll quickly realize this is a guy you'd love to break bread with. Literally.
I wish we had smell-o-vision, because it smells so good.
Fitzroy is president of Traditional Breads in Lynn.
How many different products can you have going at one time?
I can make 5 different products at any given time.
Wow.
Since 2005, his company has been baking dinner rolls, French loaves, ciabatta, bread bowls, and sandwich breads for all kinds of restaurant chains, supermarkets, and large end distribution.
We do at least 6.5 million of these things we do every day.
If you think that's mind-boggling, it doesn't compare to Fitzroy's remarkable personal backstory.
Is that you?
That's me.
Before ever becoming a successful baker, the boy who grew up on the island nation of Grenada first arrived in the U.S. at age 15. It was on a soccer scholarship to a private school in Pennsylvania. Years later, he would find himself living and working for a commune in Cambridge, where they would make bread from recipes found in a Julia Child cookbook. By 1982, working as a dishwasher in a Woburn bakery, he found himself traveling to Europe to learn the true art of baking bread. When he returned, he helped build that bakery into a huge success that would eventually be bought by a national baking chain. His cut of the proverbial pie?
They gave me nothing. I got 0 out of, I think what back then was like $15 million we sold this thing for. But it was okay.
Undeterred and with his constant positive outlook on life, Fitzroy never gave up on his dream. He would find investors and set off to build his own bakery business, leading to what you see here today.
When opportunity meets readiness, you breed success. So the blessing in my life, I was in the right place at the right time. I was ready.
With sales now rising to nearly $13 million annually, Fitzroy's philosophy on life and success is simple.
Everybody has a hobby, right? Most people, they pay for their hobby. I'm living my hobby. So it's not so much work for me, you know? It's just like I'm having fun every damn day I wake up, you know?
Isn't that the way to live, right? Not only has Fitzroy built a successful business, he's also a big part of the revitalization in that section of Lynn. His bakery is housed in what once was an old abandoned plastics factory, and he also employs close to 200 workers, many of whom within walking distance of that bakery. He just lights up the room.
Yes.
I mean, he's Mr. Positive, and you know, that's his outlook on life. Everybody there loves the boss. High fiving, fist bumping.
yeah.
It's great. It's great.
The positivity just jumps out of the TV screen.
Yes.
And that's the kind of story you want from time to time. All right? To motivate you, to encourage you. He's out there doing well. And I thank God I had the opportunity to meet him. Same vibes, same positivity, same great energy, same Grenadian, warmth and vibes. He's from Grenville man. All right? So again, I want to say to Fitzroy, keep doing what you're doing, my brother. You're a blessing all around the world. Because even in Boston, he is the president of this and this of that in all kind of community groups and all kind of thing within Boston. Doing so many good things in Boston and here in Grenada. All right? That is what I love. Giving back. They're giving back to the country. So while the NNP, as a political organization, is complaining, grinding, and groaning about everything, they are not starting anything. They are not doing anything to transform the lives of our people. They could care less. They're just focus on criticizing, focus on condemning. All right, and Ivy, I know you live in Boston. She said he donates a lot to different causes and events. Yes, Ivy James. So, and Boston is a really nice place to be. All right, I had the opportunity to go there. Really, really nice. Very, very nice. I want to say Grenadians are seeing through the NNP more and more and more. So when they were in power, it was difficult to define them. it was difficult to make people see the real NNP because they were covering under the guise of being in government and having access to public resources, right? To government coffers. But now they are in opposition and they cannot do anything. They can take no good initiative, nothing at all. They cannot start anything. They're young, successful Grenadians who are starting stuff, who are doing stuff, who are doing things. Why they can't do? Why all they fit for is to talk and to criticize and to cry down and to tear down too? That's all they're fit for. They're not interested in nation building. But I am happy that our people are seen through them. They're disorganized. The NNP cannot even call their convention or their general council or not even a successful fundraiser. But I say to people, maybe they're waiting until it's closer to the election because historically that is how they have operated. I remember there was this camera footage, right? This video footage. Camera is still video footage, right? And they said, well, cost of living is high and things were taking a toll, or the situation was taking a toll on the hospital, and the hospital do have this and it has supplies and it have all kind of stuff. So they went and they got some green bananas and blogo and yam and dashin and whatever. But the camera pick up the name of where they got the rice from. They went in Caritas as a Catholic relief organization or warehouse, and they got some rice. You know, they never gave credit to the Catholic Church for the rice. And they brought the rice, giving people the impression that, you know, they buy it somewhere, right? And they brought it there. What was nice is that the camera picked it up, Caritas. Is it food for the poor? I think something like that. Either food for the poor or something to that effect was on the bag. But I'm saying, take the initiative now, or you're waiting for closer to the election to do that. Then people will believe that you're disingenuous. You're not sincere with your action. Take the initiative now. Election is about 3 years from today. Don't wait when it's closer to the election to get your stooges in the media to follow you as you go to the hospital or the clinics and those kind of things. So for instance, food for the needy. Right, so maybe that is what is on the bag. I thought it was food for the poor, something like that. Food for the needy. All right? But it's a stamp. They actually have it on the bag. So it exposed them. Because they gave people the impression, but they take their money from the pocket and they mobilize these things but that it was all about the politicking. And they were able to ride their way straight back into power. Straight into power. Because I think it was around 2012, 2013, somewhere there about 2011, 2012, 2013, somewhere around that region. And they eventually came back into power in 2013. So they were able to use the situation, capitalize, and make people believe that, people were starving. So they brought their little stooges in the media with them to go up to the hospital by big thing. But right now, take some initiative now. Do some things now. Right now, don't wait until it's closer to the election to go in schools and give something, or go in the church and put some money in the collection box and let everybody see you put in it. Don't wait until it's close to the election. Do it now. Do it right now. It's a season of Lent. That's the right time to go and give to the schools and give to the community and give to the hospitals and the clinics and so on. Do that. You're a opposition party. Keith Mitchell alone, he boasts of having $19 million. That's a lot of money. And don't even talk about the others. They have it. So I am saying, do something now. Demonstrate that you're capable of doing something when you're out of office. So not because you're in government, you could do it now. You're in opposition. And again, I want to repeat, I will provide the public with the office number for those members of parliament on the opposition side. All right? If I can't get the office number, if they don't have an office number, I will provide you with a cell phone number openly because I know it. I know the numbers. Right? From Keith Mitchell down to Peter David. I know the numbers. I will provide you with, let them change the number. And when they change it, I have ways and means to get it. I'm getting it again and I'm putting it out. Get a landline and put it in your office. Make sure you have a receptionist or a secretary in there so people can come and visit you. You're getting $5,000 as a salary at the end of every month. You're getting $10,000 constituency allowance to pay your bills and to help one or two people. What we are saying, we're going to hold you accountable. So people should not only look at the MPs on the government side, right? You need to also look at the MPs on the NNP side, on the opposition side. They're getting the same money. The same $15,000. $5,000 as a salary every month and $10,000 as constituency allowance. They could say what they want about the most honorable Deacon Mitchell. He was fair. If it's me, I would not have done that. Because you know me. I would crush my opponent. I want to see them no more. That's me. My politics is different, right? But I respect and I honor the decision of the most honorable Deacon Mitchell. If it is me, they're not getting a cent. I'm different. Not a cent. They have to find it. I'm giving only those on the government side that money to take care of their constituency and their people within their constituency so that they can continue to do things there. That's just me. All right? But I believe in our visionary leader. And he decided he giving everybody across the board. You understand? That's maturity. He's not, he's different. He decided Emlyn Pear getting it, Peter getting it, Kate Lewis getting it, Keith Mitchell getting it, Keith Claudias Mitchell getting it, Clarice Modest getting it. All of them getting it. All of them getting the money. So I am saying to you out there, do not only target the members on the government side to ask for money and ask for gas money and ask for money to pay bills and ask for this. Ask them too. So I'm going to provide you with the number. Right? I'm going to provide you with the number so you can call them. You hear me? You're going to phone them up. You go find them and let them give you the $40 to buy gas. Let them give you the little money for your electricity and your water. Let them help you with medication and all them different things. Go to them and ask them. They have money because the government giving them money. They have money. You hear me? So I'm going to provide that to you. Take your time. We'll provide it because they should have that published. And we have to call on the Speaker of the House to publish that. So people are going to know where to find them. Because we don't want them to just take the money and do nothing with it. You understand me? We ain't want that. No, sir. So, folks, I wanted tonight open up the line. You are free to talk. You heard that the deportation order was handed down in St. Vincent. So the 3 guys will be deported to Grenada and they would face trial here. Face trial for a lot of crime, plenty crimes. The rape here and the rape there, the robbery there, and all kind of stuff. The hijacking, it's a whole pile of thing. They would be in prison, and also for the apparent murder. All right? They would be in prison for a long time. Maybe 60, 70, 80 years. It might be even more, you never know. If the judge from Guyana, Guyana, if that judge sits on this matter, well, you know. If he's still around, you know what may happen to them. All right? So let us see how it goes. Let us see how it goes, but I'm really happy that it's moving quickly and that justice can be had for the families of the 2. Great. So look, and my good partner Clint is saying, give them life. Well, life in prison is like about 25 years. So better they get 70 years or 60 years in prison because they're about 20-something or 30-something. So definitely them coming out would be, you understand the point? So it's better that they get a 50 years or a 60 years or a 70 years. So based on all the crimes, let it run, don't make it run concurrently. Make everything separate. So you solve your 20, you solve your 20, you solve your 20, you solve your... Yeah, like that. So the judge could do that. We need to set a real example where that is concerned. All right? So I want to open up the line. You're free to talk. You're free to free up, talk up, say what you want to say. All right? So the number is 415-4817. Remember, Wednesday is my birthday, and I'm having a birthday luncheon and lime. So you can come at my place from 11 until you go lime. It's a birthday luncheon. So you come in and you're buying your lunch or whatever is on sale as it relates to food. You're buying that from 11 o'clock until, you have soup, you have food. You buy that and you could buy your drinks right here at my place. All right? So my birthday is Wednesday the 6th of March. Oh boy, I'm getting older. All right? So yeah, so it's my birthday and I'm doing a birthday luncheon. And thereafter, every month end, I intend to do something at my place here. Every month end, you can look forward to something around the month end time. All right? So, it's certain things in the making to keep things going, right? So again, it's a luncheon, drinks on sale, food on sale on Wednesday, this Wednesday, from 11 a.m. until. All right? Nice. It'll be a nice little vibes. Luncheon and lime at my place. Not lime juice. Luncheon and lime. Chillaxing. Yeah. Yeah, and Mrs. Victor, the anniversary of the program is on the 15th of May. So the 15th of May will mark 10 years. 10 years since I have been out here doing this for you, the people, here at home and abroad. So next year, not next year, sorry, May. This year, May, we have April, March, April, May. So in a couple months, I will be celebrating 10 years. 10 years of being on air. But Wednesday is my birthday. All right? Wednesday is my birthday. And I will be having a luncheon. So you come 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? You go have some things, some food and so on. You can buy drinks galore. You can buy. Right? And Nice little vibes. Play like a domino. Laugh, chill. It's my birthday after all. All right. No program in the night on Wednesday. Zero program. All right. So we go have a program in the morning, but not in the night. It's always a vibes, all right? So, but folks, you can call. You're free to call if you want to. Let me take that call here. All right, let's take that call. Good evening, caller.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. You're live. Go ahead.
Hi. Good evening. Sorry. So, my name's Leon. I'm just calling from the UK. I just wanted to say that I really appreciate your show. Myself and my to you daily. Yeah, so it's just a quick call. Obviously, like I just wanted to show you my appreciation and let you know that
Thanks, man.
I appreciate you a lot.
Yeah,
And,
which part in England you're based?
Yeah, London.
Oh, London. You know, I've
Yeah.
been to London. I've been there. I stayed at Park Royal, but more to the stadium side, right?
Okay,
closer
West
to
London. That's West London.
yeah, closer to Hanger Lane. Hanger Lane. You're at South Hall. I used to be more in Hammersmith.
Yeah, that's well, that's not too far from me. I'm in West London as well.
Right.
And yeah, so but
And I think
yeah, so again,
the second time when I came to the UK, I stayed in Flackton. I think it's Flackton or Plumstead, somewhere along that side.
Plumstead, yeah, that's
Plumstead.
southeast London.
Right. So I stayed there the second time I came by. So it's always a pleasure, man. Thanks for
listen, pleasure. And again, listen, I want to wish you a happy birthday as well, because my birthday is the following day. And yeah, I'll be listening into you anyway. But yeah, I just want to
You're a March born too, man.
Come on, baby.
Yeah. But big up your whole self. And Laurel Salim Forsyth, you say big up your whole self, Leon from London.
Come on, salute, man. Salute you, sir.
All right,
have
cool.
a good one.
Nice. Great. Thank you very much, Leon there. Great. Yes, I've been to England twice. In fact, twice. I've been to the United Kingdom twice. So again, it's an opportunity for you to free up. I saw a number of people tried calling there. And hey, Ali Mitchell, your birthday is on the 20th. All right, the 20th of March. Good evening, caller.
Hi, good evening. How are you doing?
I good,
Yeah, no, this salary was raised on the NNP side. I wish they could have do it like they bring in the report what they spend for the month. And
the invoice. They had to bring in the invoice. Yeah.
Yes, and if they don't use it all next month, you leave what they have inside and bring it up to the price they get in. You see how they move. You see how they move with the invoice. They're afraid of invoice.
Yeah.
So sometimes they don't use all the $1,000.
Yeah.
They must use on $500. So next month you give them $500. Let them work with that.
I agree.
Rain
is falling by you.
Yes.
Well, you see your Grenada is blessed.
Yes, man. How they had a lot to give when they was in power.
All of a sudden they can't give quack.
They took damn bad mind. Okay.
Nice. That's my good friend there, Glenda. Yeah. Yeah, so Grenada is really blessed. This is like dry season. But look at the amount of rain that's falling out there. You could say what you want. God must be a Grenadian, Look at the amount of rain that's falling outside there. A lot of rain that would fill up the reservoir, and people should not have a problem for water for the next, Boy, I tell you, God, you're really shining on Grenada and looking down on Grenada and making sure that everything is okay. Again, the number is 415-4817. You could holler. You could give me a buzz. We still have about 9 minutes remaining. Free up yourself. Right? Free up yourself. 415-4817. Yeah. So, Wednesday, God's willing, from 11 o'clock until it's a birthday luncheon. So, my birthday luncheon and lime. All right? So, it's a luncheon and lime. So, you can come by. And I know, Glenda, she already indicated that she's coming early to prepare some stuff. You know, that's how committed Glenda is. Glenda and Rosie Tellisford. All right, big up all your whole self. They've always been there when I have events to come and help. And what you have to do, and what you want me to cook, and what you want me to do this, and what I could help. You see, these people are different. The love is just genuine. You understand? What you want me to do? What you want me to do for you? You want me to cook something for you? You want me to help you there? You want me to, you know, and Mary, teacher Mary and them, you know, Pumpkin and them. You understand the point? Twin and them, you know. You understand the vibes? Done, was it? You're good. That's the kind of vibes, yeah. It's like, what you want me to cook for you? You want me to stew some kalalu? You want me to stew some pumpkin? You want me to cook some pilau? You want me to cook some rice and peas? You want me to cook some fried rice? You want me to cook some stew meat, stew turkey? Right? You want me to do some fish? You want me to, you understand? Some dry pea soup, some turkey soup, there's a turkey sauce. And you know, the vibes is just different. The love, right? Some big and saltfish, some, you know. You understand? So that is the vibes. That's the vibes that exist, the love that exists among us. So it's a birthday luncheon and lime, right? Like a domino, right? A little vibes, yeah. Not oil long. We're not doing oil long. Oil long is too expensive to do. It will, you know, oil long is too expensive to do. Good evening, caller.
Good night, Kim.
Yeah, good evening. How you doing?
Listen, I'm good.
All right.
This extra $10,000 or NMP getting, they're using that money and they people, you know. And the $10,000 are NDC ministers getting, will still try to use it and NMP people to bring them over, you know. So where NDC people come in there?
No, I
NDC,
think.
so
No,
you
I
see
think.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And NMP people benefiting more than NDC people, you know.
No, I think it will be across the board, man. Don't worry. All
Don't
right?
worry.
Nah, man, no need to worry.
Came attacking from Fox.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I just hope NDC ministers look out for the people, especially the long-standing NDC people.
All right. Nice.
Good night.
Thank you very much. Hello. 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 All right, Martin, we're not getting you there, man. All right, Martin, I see you tried reaching us, but we're not getting you there at all. You call back. Again, the number is 415-4817, 415-4817. All right, let me take this here.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, Martin, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. You're going to hear from me in a couple of weeks.
All
But
right.
in any case, what I'm calling for is the same issue of the I'm doing okay.
Yeah, go ahead. We're hearing you. You're live.
Yeah. The $5,000 that is being paid to both sides. I want to know if that's the
Yeah, go ahead. We're hearing you.
Yeah, I want to know if that's the same amount of money paid to the ministers of government who has portfolios.
Yes, it's the same money paid to an MP, like a member of parliament. But a minister is different because a minister would get a little more because they would get allowances. All right.
Okay.
So that money will be brought up to a little more. But across the board, everybody getting the same $5,000 as a member of parliament.
The $5,000 is basic.
Yes, for everybody.
Yeah. One other thing. One other thing. It's alleged. I don't know how true it is. It's alleged that Kate Lewis is teaching somewhere in St. George's. Wouldn't that be a sort of conflict?
No.
Of issues?
No. Once you're not a minister,
okay,
you can work anywhere. Once you're not a minister of government, you can work anywhere.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So just wanted to get, I just wanted to get that clear.
No problem. Plenty
Clear
love.
up. Okay.
All right, great.
All right. But what you hear from me on Monday?
Yes, man. Blessings. All right.
Okay. Good.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes. So once you are not a minister of government, so for example, the Honorable Ron Redhead, he can choose to work somewhere else, right? He can choose to, he can choose to work at a bank if he wants to. He can work at a school if he wants to. You understand the point? So once you're not a minister, government minister, you can work anywhere. You have no problem with that. Good evening, caller.
Good evening, Kim Jones.
Yeah, how you doing?
How you doing?
I'm fine, thanks, man. Hey, Pele.
I think something is we have like a bit of confusion here, in that the constituency allowance is up to $10,000 per month. It's an allocation. It's not that all the MPs getting 10,000. I think it is subject to certain terms and conditions, whereby you identify the project you want to do, what have you, and it's approved before the money is paid to you, whether you're on the government side or you're on the MP side. I get a feeling what I see in the comments and a couple things people say is like the people are getting $10,000. No, if you have good thing, why you need to spend $10,000 every month? Like for example, you have your constituency office. The salary for the person in there is so much. So they say, well, okay, right, that person can get the authorized that. So every month you get that part. Because if, like Glenda was saying, if you do not have activities or programs for 1 month to come up to the 10,000, you would not be getting that 10,000. It has to be approved. Whatever spend you need to make, it has to be approved every month, and you'll get the money. It's similar to, there's a little confusion with the money for the independence kind of thing, where people have to send in invoices and stuff like that. Yeah, I think the government would be crazy just to give every MP, whether you're on the government side or on the opposition side, just hand them $10,000 every month, which is supposed to be used in a constituency. You're just giving them without no tracking mechanism. And of course, they already have a salary of $5,000. That is their personal money. They could do what they want with that. That is their salary. But the 10,000 is an allocation for constituency expenses, which must be approved before they get into it and then get the money. Okay?
All right, great.
That's why I understand it.
Nice.
All right, good night.
Right, yes, but it's a money that they have a lot of leeway with. All right? It's a money that they have a lot of room with. So it's not just a concrete project. It's not just that kind of thing. It's more than that. If people come to the office for a gas or for some assistance with electricity bill or water bill or these kind of things, it can be used for that. All right? Somebody come and say, well, boy, they need some assistance with medication or they need something with these kind of things, it can be used for that. So it's a lot of leeway. A lot of leeway with that $10,000. So they can actually get $10,000 because the allocation per year is $120,000. And when you cut it up into pieces, it's $10,000 per month. That is what they're allocated. So they could use the whole $10,000, or they can use 5. They can use 8. And you're right. They can use it on different projects, but there's a lot of room for maneuvering with that. All right. Good evening, caller. Hello.
Let me call you back off the air.
Off the air. All right, because I'm going to wrap up now, huh?
Yeah, I'll call you back in the next 5 minutes.
Okay, no problem. Nice, no problem. And yeah, someone called me today and I should have called back that person. Right, so at the end of the day, what we are saying is that they need to show that they are working in the constituency, because to be given $5,000 to stay at home and they are not being seen, they are not being heard, because a lot of them, they are very lazy, those on the opposition side. All right, so one might be teaching, collecting $3,000 per month, and still collecting that $5,000. So that's $8,000 that person might be getting. The other one might be doing consultancy and other things like that, getting a hefty sum, but still getting that $5,000 every month. You see? But they have to, it's a salary, so they should be working for it. That is where I think there's a need for real accountability. Just like people are going to work from 8 to 4, and there are some MPs, for example, they have a constituency day or two where they see people and so on. That should be a part of the whole thing. All right? Not no free money. Because $5,000 is a lot of money for the majority of people in the country. There are few people who work in Grenada for $5,000 and more. In Grenada. If you don't know, there are very few people who work for $5,000 and more in Grenada. So they should count themselves as fortunate. But we need to see them working in the constituency because it's a salary that they're collecting from government. Folks, I want to wish you all the best. Take good care. I'll be back with you tomorrow, God's willing, starting from 8 in the a.m. Bye for now.